Typically, the best way to get better at a specific skill is to practice it consistently. But in some cases, different aspects of training can improve skills in other areas, whether intentional or not. I'm about to share my experience on how heavy sandbag training could possibly help your body's ability to ruck for many miles with the least amount of wear and tear on your body. Let's get into it. I know a lot of y'all are into rucking who watch my videos, but for those of you that don't know what rucking is, it's walking with weight on your back, specifically in a backpack, which I'm doing right now. Rucking is considered zone 2 cardio, which is my favorite form of cardio. It's a hell of a lot better than running. No offense to you runners out there. I like rucking mainly for the muscular and the endurance benefits of it. It'll build a lot of endurance. But sometimes rucking isn't all rainbows and unicorns. Sometimes it just sucks, especially if you're rucking for a lot of distance. That's probably why it's one of the most hated things in the military, because it's probably not the most comfortable. I've done several long distance rucks, like 12 or more miles, including a couple Go Ruck Tough challenges, which are 12 hours and 20 miles. But I was into rucking before I was doing any heavy sandbag training. Before I really got into heavy sandbag training, when I used to go on long distance rucks, after a while, I would notice that my lower back would start hurting carrying this weight. Especially when I'd be carrying the heavier weights like the 45-pound and the 50-pound rucks. And I never really understood why. I just figured it was part of it and I just had to suck it up. Well, several months of heavy sandbag training went by and I actually broke a shoulder strap on my old ruck. And so I took about 2 or 3 months off from rucking. So I finally stopped putting it off and ended up getting it replaced through Go Ruck's warranty program. If you haven't heard of Go Ruck, I would recommend checking them out. After the new ruck came in, for the first chance I got, I threw 50 pounds in it and did a little 8-mile ruck. One thing I noticed at first was I felt no lower back pain and there was a lot less wear on my body. Less pain than I had felt before. So what I have found is the best way to prevent lower back pain and be able to carry weight for longer distances and make your body more durable for rucking is to have a strong core. And if there's one thing that does that very well, it's heavy sandbag training. With a stronger core from heavy sandbag training, I've noticed that I can carry heavier and farther on my back than I could before, with a lot less lower back pain. I'm not really sure if there's any scientific evidence to that. There might be, but then again, there's science behind anything you do physically. I'm just telling you my experience from heavy sandbag training and how much more durable it's made me for rucking, and always from consistent training over time. The key takeaway here is that a strong core is always going to be beneficial to anything you do physically, so build it relentlessly and ruthlessly. That's all I got. If you've had a similar experience, any questions, anything to add, leave it in the comments, and thanks for being here.